posted, and he posted in the back office. Yeah, he did. Welcome everyone to Otechpro's webinar, which happens every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We're glad you're here. And today we have an excellent panel. You see the panel before you. And today's topic is exciting. It's going to be about today's event in Dubai, Raising the Bar. So we've adjusted the title of our the topic today because we want to share our excitement about the event today. And so we have a wonderful panel who's going to be talking about what they felt and what they thought. And we're going to begin with none other than Marty DeGarmo.
Wow, let me start off with that, right? Wow. During the week, I was looking to see some big impact companies that made history as far as marketing and branding. And while I was looking for number one. And then as I started to think about what went on in Dubai and then seeing again today, I said, freak, why am I looking around? It's right here. There is no one that did any bigger than what we've seen today. And guys, that's one, everybody out there, that's one place, one. And he's talking about some massive thing at the end of the month. I mean, next month. I mean, it's amazing what's going on. You look at the people, there was 20,000 people there every Friday, right? Today, maybe 30 or 40,000 because it was the end of Ramadan. And you think about all those people, I was thinking today, sometimes it hits you really hard. And this is for people watching this that aren't founders. You're about to kiss this goodbye. I just want to say that. But all the people that watched it, I was thinking, we're actually part of history. Something that very few people, has ever gone in a company like this, ever. I'll name all the big guys, none of them. And I thought about even the people around the Burj Khalifa. Yeah, they're taking pictures, they're sending it home, they're doing selfies, look what's behind me. And the day will come when they're at home and something comes and they need it and it's in on passive. And they're going to go, oh my gosh, I saw that company when it launched 3 years ago or 2 years ago. So they're going to be part of history too, So it's everything. When he says compounding marketing, all of us are starting to see that. I don't care if you're a tech person. I don't care if you're an educator. I don't care if you're a marketer. You'd have to be Jack Frost not to tell this is a big snow thing, right? I mean, you can look at it right now and you say, oh my God, how could you get any bigger, right? I mean, really, what's next? And every week we go a little bit higher. I'm running out of names to call it, right? The top. And I go, well, crap, what am I going to call it next week? And it takes us 2 or 3 hours to come up with another name, the peak, raising the bar. I mean, but we're so fortunate to be involved with something like this. And the more I'm learning about, and I marketed for 18 years, nothing like this, but advertising and marketing, then you start to understand now when it's open to the world and they're selling products, different packages or whatever they put together, the branding is done, right? It's already going on. So when people say, hey, come look at this, they're going to go, oh, I saw that. I know what that is. We become the hunted, right? Exactly what Mr. Muzaffar said. So yeah, it's mind blowing. I want to turn over to somebody else because I could talk for hours. Go ahead, Lynn.
I think I'd like to take it to Gladys because she was a panelist on the Dubai event today, and I'm sure she has a lot to share. Go ahead, Gladys.
Thank you so much, Lynn, Mary, and everybody on the panel and all the founders. Today was a special day. I thought we had reached the highest on March 30th, but today yet was another event. I think the technique that our CEO is using to market is very interesting. I saw how, the people were gathered around the water, how they were taking selfies. And as one of our brothers has said, they're going to look at those images, those photos that they took later. I saw one guy who was wearing a blue shirt. He was talking to somebody innocently, but when on passive started showing advertising, he was struggling to look at the same time to get his phone from his pocket. So you can see the impact it's creating. I'm very happy that we are being branded. As Ash has always said, I will brand you and everybody will need to know you. You will be known around the world. And I just want to say we are in a good place and we have a lot of work to do. Let us do the branding and we are the one carrying the vision. Thank you very much. Back to you, Lynn.
Good point. Gladys is awesome. I think right now what we'll do is we'll take it to Tony Monk because I want to see his excitement and what he thought about the event. Go ahead, Tony.
Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you for having me on, everyone. It's great to see all my brothers and sisters here. Fantastic. Marty and Gladys brought up some good points. The branding part, we're doing such a genius job on the branding part of it. And it's only the tip of the iceberg. It's only the tip of the iceberg. This is the beginning. This is not even halfway or even anywhere near the end. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And we're in Dubai. We're in the Burj Khalifa. We own 2 floors there. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. Think about that for a moment, and we're moving on to different places around the world, right? This is just a ripple effect. This is a small little ripple effect. But the larger ripple effect is going to brand us, like Marty just stated. The branding is the important part because once we become branded, which we are already, but once we reach more eyeballs out there, like millions and billions of people, like Marty just stated, we become the hunted because people want to be a part of what we're doing, right? They just naturally want to join us and they want to be a part of what we're doing. And that's what's going to happen. And then when we start to create that ripple effect, then places like Old Bless, and especially Old Bless, because I love Old Bless, we will be able to alleviate a lot of suffering around the world because people are going to recognize On Passive for who they are. And that is incredible to me, that ripple effect that we're going to create, which we already are, which, we've already thrown the stone in there and it's created this big ripple effect. But as we move along, we become bigger and bigger, and the more eyeballs we reach, it's going to be phenomenal, way bigger than what we've experienced since March the 30th, when we launched in Dubai for the first time. Okay, back to you, Lynn. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I like how you emphasized branding. And for the layperson, branding may not mean much, but I'd like Chris to maybe elaborate a bit more about what branding means and why it's so important.
You're going to ask me about branding? Woohoo! Let me tell you. Yeah, let me, I'm going to break it down in layman's terms. In the auto industry, there's a saying is the body guy is only, or the paint guy is only as good as the body guy. In other words, the body guy smooths everything out, makes sure there's no dent and dings, because if he doesn't do that, the paint guy, once he paints it, all that's going to show. All right. So they're kind of both branding themselves. If one doesn't work for the other, it just doesn't look good. Where Ash Mafara or in Passive was the body guy. As this journey went along, they knocked out the dings, the dents, the bumps, and they keep smoothing it out and smoothing it out. And it's up to us to go out and paint this car now, paint it to the world and show everyone what our brand is. I mean, when I saw Obless today on that building, completely made my heart go crazy. Had no idea that he was going to do that. And there's 20,000 people that were taking pictures. And what are they saying? What's Catmo mean? What are they going to do? What's the first thing we do? What's Obless? They are going to Google it. They are going to Google what is Catmo? What is Obless? And what are they going to see? They're going to find out about a passive. They're going to see people like you on these YouTubes, on these webinars, and they're going to find out. It's perfect marketing and perfect branding. Obless and Catmo went out today to the world, okay? And it's going to go out to the world through pictures, through videos. That's the greatest thing. But branding to me is the most important thing about it. Once you brand, then we got to break into the marketing. And Ash Mafara just showed us how you're really supposed to market. So Lynn, I hope that helped. Back to you.
That was very helpful. Does anybody else want to add to that about branding? Very, very important thing that we're doing right now. And if we understand why we're doing it, we understand what it's going to take us to, the branding. Ash Muzaffar is a genius in marketing and he knows how to brand. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
Yeah, I just want
Go
to
ahead,
add to,
Collins.
yeah, I love it. I was reading, I said, let me refresh my mind, as an IT, I said, no, let me divert a little bit and look at what the marketers think. Let me put my head into Marty Digamo and all the marketers like Tony Mong. Let me try to reason with them and understand branding. And I stumbled on something where they say, if you brand yourself very well, you can sell ice to Eskimos. That is a powerful statement. You brand yourself, whatever you sell, they will buy. So, and I look at it, I said, let me come now and look at it in a layman way. So let's look at all the brand we have in this world. You can talk about Gucci, call all the names. You buy a designer bag, brand, remove that brand out of it, remove the name, the labels, put it there, nobody will buy, they will judge the quality of that stuff. The moment you put the brand, nobody judge the quality. Because the price tag and the brand, they will just fall for it. They will not go and look at, is this shirt really nice? They don't judge it. But the moment you remove the name out of it, everybody will want to judge. No, it's not really good. It's not a good quality. No, I'm not going there. So what Mr. Ash Muzaffar is doing is to put us in that position where nobody will judge our quality. One, quality, we are superb. But once you brand, as we said, you can put it anywhere. Nobody would ever think about it. And when we look at why Dubai, it is positioning. Once you position yourself in marketing, you create shockwave all over the world. You create shockwave. Dubai is the hub of business. And now they're talking about IT center, and we are positioning ourselves as a big player in that country. What are we doing? We are creating shockwave, because in marketing, they said, you must start in a niche before you go global. You don't go big bang. You start in a niche. I started looking at all of those things, and I said, wow, our CEO is a genius. He is a smart person, because look at what is this. Why not America? Why not UK? These are all the hub of businesses. Why do you choose Dubai? Because you know when you start somewhere where it is hot, you will create shockwave. How many millions of visitors go to Dubai? They said hundreds of millions. How many of them are business visitors? We don't think about, there are millions, hundreds. How many of them will see on passive and take it back to their various corporations? Hundreds of them. The ripple effect will start from there, and it will just grow viral. And that's what I wanted to add. Thank you, Lynn, for giving me this.
My gosh, that's so powerful. The duplication, as they call it, right? Duplication, I think that's the right term. That is amazing. And how much does it cost? Word of mouth doesn't really cost us anything, right? When we see a good movie or we see a good bargain, let's say I got a top or blouse and I say, wow, I got a good deal. I say that, I tell my family, tell my friends, but does it cost me anything to do it? No, it's just word of mouth. So that is a very, very economical means of promoting the company and its products. It's awesome. I mean, can't beat it. All right, so now we would like to open it up to any of you. Maybe talk about in not only branding, but how OnPassive is going to get the word out to the entire globe. How are we doing it? What is making us special about how we're spreading the word to the entire globe? Anybody want to talk about that?
Okay.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, Bob.
Okay.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good to be here again. Good to see everybody. How we get the word out to the world. Branding, of course, is part of it. Marketing and advertising they're all part of it. Fireworks marketing. I'll borrow from our lady Robin Noble. This is fireworks marketing. Or another lady came on today, Miss Thompson from California. She said Ash Muzaffar is doing what we call digital marketing storytelling. That's how you do it to get the word out gradually. But from my vantage point, I look at it and I saw compounding. And Ash Mufara talks about compounding. He's consistently talk about we're going to do compounding marketing. And that's what we've seen in the past 3 weeks, in the past 4 weeks, right? We started week 1. We had this big bang on the 30th. The whole world shook, the whole Dubai, the whole Gulf area, everybody heard about OnPassive for the first time. And then the following week, he compounded it. He added more stuff. We went to like 12 different locations. They were shooting it inside the mall, the ice skating ring, restaurants, the highway, everywhere. Then the following week, he compounded it. What did he do? He brought in ofounder. That's the launch part of OnPassive, where we all belong. And then today, he comes in and then he compounds it today with what? With the flagship product of OnPassive, Obless. That is the flagship product. That's what is going to just take us out. It's going to distinguish us from every other. I think so many people have said this already. It's going to distinguish us from any other corporation that is out there. We have this product called Obless, and the sole purpose of Obless is to uplift humanity. Guess what company owns that product? OnPassive. And then he throws in the jargon Cadmo, right? Like I think they're going to Google Cadmo, find out what Cadmo is. What is Cadmo? If you understand Cadmo, like Ash says, you understand OnPassive. What is Cadmo? Cadmo is that complete digital system. It's a digital system that's complete, but it is powered by artificial intelligence for targeted traffic to make money for you while you sleep. That's Cadmo. That word now is going to be going hand in hand. We are branding it too now to the world, right? It's coming in along in the branding fold. And then guess what? Ash Mufara is now going to replicate. He told us that at the end of the meeting today. Where are we replicating to? We're going to India. He's going to, now we've come into the Gulf area in Dubai. We know that right now, that's a hub, like my brother Colin said, that is where every IT, business, commerce, and leisure is converging right now. So the business people are coming there to do their business. Everybody wants to go to Dubai. It's like the first of the first world right now. Everybody is going there. IT hubs are there. Every major IT company is there. That is where we launch. And then we're taking it from there. We're going to one of the most populated countries on earth and the most savvy IT countries on earth, India. What is he going to do? We're going to be talking about us on various fora, on TV, forum, everywhere. We're starting again all over in India with 1.3 billion people, you know. So that is the genius of Ash Mufara. The man, he's a master of not only IT, he's a master of marketing and a master strategist. We're going to sweep everything out there, trust me. Based on what we see so far, by the time we open our doors, we are really going to be the haunted, I tell you guys. So I'm going to send it back to you, Atilila. I'm just fired up and I'm very, very pleased to be here.
Yes, that's you firing me up too. That
Thank
is
you.
just fabulous.
Yeah.
Now we have Gladys. She'd like to say a few words. Go ahead, Gladys.
Thank you, Uncle Bob, for what you said, but also to add to that, how we can get the word out about OnPassive. As founders, we can also be part of the branding. Because if these people are coming, who are going through Dubai or who are in Dubai, we are counting on them to take the word out wherever they go back to. As founders, already we have founders who are doing good deeds to humanity out there in different parts of the world. When we do something through Obless, it's also our duty as founders to let whoever that we are helping, the beneficiaries of Obless, that this is from OnPassive. That way we are also branding our name. Those people who are already receiving help through the founders who are giving, you know, to do something good to humanity, where people are hiding, where there's hunger, some founders are already giving food. Where there's cholera, some founders have donated money to buy water and supply those places. So as they give those gifts and say this is from OnPassive, founders in OnPassive, it's also a way of branding. So as founders, I believe we are also part of the branding process. Thank you. Back to you, Lynn.
Great point. And it's a great promotional tool. We are the tools that are going to promote Obless as well as the company. So this is remarkable. Thank you for that perspective. Appreciate it. All right. We're back to the group now. Does anybody feel inclined to bring up another topic related to today's event or marketing. It's way open.
Lynn, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the getting the word out. Wanted to put my 2 cents in. Getting the word out, we've already started, obviously, and someone already mentioned here by branding. When you brand, you've already started the ripple effect, right? So now, when it comes to the advertisement part of it, when we start to build the funnels, and we have the web pages that are going to be changing on a constant basis, day by day, people are going to recognize who we are, right? When we start to do the advertisement, when we start to bring the traffic in, and word of mouth is also huge too. A lot of people are talking about OnPassive right now. We also have to remember that Dubai is also a brand. Dubai is a brand, right? So we're branding in a huge brand, right? So the word of mouth is going to be huge. That's what starts the ripple effect. And then when we start to do the funnel building in OnPassive, when it comes to advertisement and we put the campaigns out, people are going to recognize us a lot more so than ever before, because we started with the branding in a place that's already branded worldwide. You see what I'm saying? So back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
Okay.
That makes sense. Branding
makes
within
sense.
a brand. Yeah, that's
Can
brilliant.
Can I say something?
Certainly. Go ahead, Marty. Certainly.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about when other companies, not just marketers or, well, resellers definitely, but other companies, when they go to look where we started from, that's the compounding part. They don't have to go and say, I wonder if this is a legit company. They don't even need to look into it. They don't have to go, well, where are they stationed at? Who's the people? They're in the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Done deal. Done. In fact, the only address you need is Burj Khalifa. That is the address. They don't even tell floors. You're in the Burj Khalifa. It's like, where do you go from here? And any company that comes up, I don't care who it is, you can't name one that wouldn't go, okay, they're serious, flat out. I don't need to know, because the way it is now, you get in a company and people go, they do all this research and back and forth. You can stop that nonsense instantly when they come up and say, where are you stationed at? Dubai, Burj Khalifa, we own 2 floors. Oh, okay, where do I sign up at? What are you selling? Now, the other thing with that, because of the compounding, when you do that, it's just like us saying, Apple's going to make a 72-inch TV. Are you worried about the quality? Absolutely not. The same thing will happen when they go in and say, what are they selling? Well, they have digital products. They've got physical products. Where are they stationed? Dubai. Okay, I already know the quality's good, right? That's the first thing they're going to say. I know the quality's got to be good. They wouldn't be allowed there. They wouldn't let them walk in the street there, much less own 2 floors. So think about the things that you process of elimination when you're trying to sell a product or promote your brand. My gosh, man. And the more you think of it, the more you go, wow, it impact this, it would do this, it does that. And it just keeps unfolding. It's massive, absolutely massive.
Yeah, when you have,
Yeah.
sorry, Lynn, I just wanted to add to that. When you have a brand within a brand, then you have a huge compounding effect. Huge compounding effect. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's talk about whatever else your heart's desire. We were all there at the event today, so we all have different responses, different opinions about the event. What stuck out to you when you went to this event? Hi, Chris. Go ahead. You can
Raise
talk
my
about
hand.
anything. I know that I changed the
No, that's
question on you,
okay.
so
I
you're
was just-
welcome to speak about anything.
One of the things that I love about what Ash Muzaffar has done, and this kind of goes with branding and marketing, is the value. Now, we've heard that word quite a bit in the last few months, the value of OnPassive. And how I can break it down to the way I understand it, maybe, people like my minds understand it. Nike, let's say Nike, any really good shoe, Converse, and those shoes are $150 a pair, okay? And your kid doesn't care. He just knows I got to have those shoes. That's a Nike. I need it. Right now, this is what Ash has done. he's created, and this is a hypothetical example, he's created that Nike exactly what it looks like, but better, but a lot cheaper. And that's the value of Impassive. What people are going to find out soon is the products we offer are not only better, all right, but they're going to be a lot cheaper. Now, as a parent with has kids and has gone through the, hey dad, hey mom, I want this, I want that, and that's $150. That's $200. If my kid came up to me today and said, Dad, we need the internet. There's this thing called Impassive, and it has everything the internet has to have to offer, but it pays you, but it's a lot cheaper. What do you think you're going to do? The thing with branding is, like you said, a lot of you guys said this, that it doesn't matter what Apple puts out, people are going to buy it. All right. The thing here is Muzaffar is putting out perfection. He doesn't want people to think that, this is how I think he thinks. He does not want people to think, oh, it's Impassive, we're just going to buy it. He wants people to get into Impassive or buy Impassive products because they're damn good and they're perfected and driven by AI. That's my kind of value I'm thinking about. Yes, I'm going to buy that product because I know, not just because of the name and the branding, but it's a good product. All right. How many times have you bought something? I bought a pair of Nike shoes in a month. They ripped on me, took them back. There's nothing that's going to rip an Impassive. He's going to make it. He has made it. He's designed it where it's perfected. And each day he keeps getting better and better. So to me, that's the value. That lower price point, especially in the world today, when everything is so expensive, what's he thinking about? I'm surprised he says, how do I make gas cheaper so it's not $4 a gallon, we get it to 50 cents a gallon? I go, that's how Muzaffar has thought since the beginning. How do I give people more for a lot less money? And that's how I believe it. Lynn, back to you.
That makes sense. And, the panel here might want to talk about that value and how we will be the hunted and we don't have to hunt. So let's talk about that. Tony?
Yes, the value, thank you, Lynn. The value is absolutely amazing. A lot of companies today, and as we know, they're more for profits, right? They're more profit driven than the value part of it. On passive, and I've been a part of many, many launches over the years, as some of you know, I've never, ever ran into a company that has gone into launch that takes care of the value part of it more so than it's more of the profits. The profits are what they're concerned about and what they're focused on. But when it comes to the value part of it, it's never really there. And that's why a lot of companies that I've been involved with that have launched in the past haven't made it. Within a year or two, they're gone, right? Because they're not focusing on the value. They're focused on the profits. On passive is focused on value first. And when you focus on value, the money just naturally follows that. The money comes when you have the value. Look at the products we have. I mean, we hear it every week with these tech pros that are here, my brothers. They always talk about the value of the products. I mean, you can't beat that. And I just heard today, I think it was today, on the webinar, somebody saying that it was John White. He said that every product that we have is an industry on its own. And every industry on its own is extremely valuable. So when you start to add all that together, you have a tremendous amount of value there. And it's a perfect thing. What I saw today, Lynn, on the webinar was Ash. He looked so proud. When you look at his face, you could just see that he was just so full of pride and happiness that he's accomplished this. And many people on the panel were just so excited about what was going on. And I saw some new faces today, which was very nice to see. And everybody was excited, and they should be, because we see the value. We see the value of this company. The value is huge. You can't beat the value, and that's one thing that's, like I said, for years that we haven't been focused on. Many corporations, like I said before, and I'm probably repeating myself, is that they're more focused on the profits. Look at Zoom, for example. Zoom is always, when we get a few thousand people on Zoom, it either freezes up or we have issues with Zoom. Zoom doesn't have to focus on the value, on upgrading things. You know why? Because they've already made last year $140 billion in profits. So they figured they don't need to upgrade, but we're a complete different animal. We're focused more on the value, not the profits. We know that if we focus on the value and we create tremendous value, not just the products, but the founding members coming in. Remember, Ash has said that many times. He wants founders that are qualified to be founders, quality founders, right? That are full. That's value, and yeah, I mean that's what makes everything run smoothly, and it's also long-term sustainable. When you have value, when you build something with value, it's long-term sustainable. It lasts for generations to come. Look at Apple, for example. It's a good example, right? It's been around for a very long time. People know the brand, and they come up with valuable products. Back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
Yes, and I think we've heard Ash Mafaras talk about sustainability, that OnPassive is here for the long term. Everything that Ash Mafara does is based on being here forever. I mean, for generations and generations. So I really like his philosophy, and he's never thinking about doing something just to do it or just to rush through to get it done. That is not anywhere in his hemisphere. He's talking about what is best for OnPassive and what is best for us, the founders, as well as future customers and resellers. So I really like his philosophy in that way. Mm-hmm. All right, we have Gladys who would like to say something. Come on down, Gladys.
Yes, thank you, Brother Tony, for your input. I also would like to add something in terms of value. Truly, Ash does value giving value to his founders and to the customers. The first value that we got as founders was the first day when we joined OnPassive. Whether you joined in 2018 or you joined it today, you got your value. Because initially it was supposed to be $997 to become a founder, but he reduced it to $97. That is huge value. And seeing how big this company is OnPassive, we have already gotten so much value by the amount of fee that we pay to be part of this business. So, and our products are futuristic. They are much needed. So customers are going to find a lot of value in our products, and they are AI embedded. So we have everything to be so grateful for, and it's automated. We don't have to do it for ourselves if we don't want to. We have the opportunity to if we want, and we have the opportunity not to. So thank you very much, Lynn. Back to you.
Yes, so Gladys, what would you say to someone that says, but I know nothing. I come here to OnPassive with not much education. I don't have a background in technology. How can I succeed in this company? What would you say to them, Gladys?
Good question, Lynn. Do you know the beauty of OnPassive is that it is automated, hands-free. If you don't know anything about technology, it's not a barrier. I don't know anything about technology myself. We have 80-year-olds, people who have never used their computer, but they are founders. But Ash has created a business that is AI-driven, that it is a done-for-you business. So you don't have to worry. We have people with disabilities, some of them who are not able to use technology, but they are founders. This is a business that caters for all walks of life. Whether you are educated or non-educated, it should not be a barrier. Come in, get your position as a founder, and the system is automated to work for you. That's it, Lynn. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you. That makes sense. Now, what would you say, the panel here, when we talk about the haves and the have-nots and how OnPassive is going to be an equalizer for this world? Does anybody want to talk about that?
I'll start there, Lynn, if you don't mind. Does anybody else want to go first? Okay. Yeah, Unpassive is built for everyone. Corporations, small businesses, people that have never made any money on the internet. I mean, it's for everyone, but the majority of people are the 97%, or probably more like 98% of people that haven't made any money on the internet, because the system has been pretty much rigged against them. And I've seen that over the years. And as Unpassive comes along, Ash has known this because he's a master and has been for many, many years. And he has seen a lot of people struggle making money online. So he created something genius. He thought to himself, okay, how do I get those 97 to 98% of people that don't make any money on the internet to start making some money for a change? And he's figured it out. Gladys just said it perfectly: an automated system that you don't have to do anything, right? The system brings in the recruits and the customers and resellers and builds your team. That is absolutely amazing. Now, on the other side of the coin, you have big, huge corporations, okay, that want to use our products. They're already using our products, similar products to our products. Our products are proprietary. They're a little different. They're better. They're updated, and they're better than the products that are being used today. Now they're going to look at those products and they're going to say, oh my God, we're going to try it out. We're going to use it, and then they're going to fall in love with it because it's better than what they're using, and it's a lot cheaper, and it's all under one umbrella. So you've got something for people that never made a dime on the internet, or have struggled or been part of a scam, or you have the big corporations who want to use our tools. I mean, it's made for everybody. It's made for a grandma or a grandpa, or even a 5-year-old child. He's made it so simple that it's pretty much equilibrium for everyone. Back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
So that is equalizing the world, regardless if you have an education or not, wealthy, poor, living in a remote area or living in the city, living in a third world country or living in a prosperous area. It doesn't matter. Old, young, disabled, not disabled. Everyone has an opportunity and actually a guarantee of success when you come into Unpassive. There is no other company that I know of that guarantees our success. Do any of you have any experience with a company that literally guarantees your success? Raise your hand if you know of any. I don't. Vincent, you're a techie. I know your brain with techie stuff. What if I told you that you have to market in order to be successful in this company? What would you say to me?
Thank you, Lynn. I think if you ask me to market before to be successful, I will say that it will be very difficult for me because I have no clue about marketing. So with marketing is, if you are not a marketer like Marty or Chris or Tony, it will be difficult for people like me to get on because it's not easy to be a marketer. And then if you don't know anything about marketing, it's very difficult to start to get it. You can have the best product, but if you are no marketer, again, your products will not go anywhere because you need a market. If you have the best marketer and then even your product are not good, we can get successful in the market. But because everything is a marketing, even when you go to TV, everything, when they make the advert, sometimes you have to be a good marketer. So the marketing, that's the key of the success. So if you don't have a good marketing, you're not going anywhere. We have a many brand like Unpassive is a brand, but we need also in the top of our brand, we need good marketers like Marty, Tony, Chris. These guys there, I think, will be in the high and then will be in the top. So let's also put in that way that Unpassive is going to have a positive impact on people's life because of the marketing we are going through. Look at Dubai, what's going on. None of the tech companies I work for IBM, I work for most of the big Johnson Johnson, big tech company, I work for them. But what Unpassive is doing today, they haven't done that. I don't think. Even also, we have our big brand like Oh Bless. They haven't done that. We've seen a lot of problem in the world. Sometimes the war or the natural disaster in like different countries. We don't see all the big tech company involved in this. But on passive, we haven't started yet. But look at what we are doing now in India using our big brand like Oh Bless. So for me, the way the marketing are going on passive, we haven't seen the world yet. And then none of the big giant IT companies have done that before. So for me, I'm very happy that because it's like on passive going to put a lot of smile to people, some people, and also on passive going to change people's life. And then when I mean change is like it's going to have a positive impact of the whole people life, even those who are not part of on passive, because they are not, I'm a founder, a co-founder, I know you're going to have a positive impact. But even those who are not co-founder, like using our brand Oh Bless, they're going to have the same positive impact because we're going to put smile on their faces because someone haven't got maybe money to buy food or maybe to drink or good water. With on passive, we can build that for them. We can give them hospital to people like Antilini said, with the developing countries like where I come from, maybe some area of my country, some people, they live in a very poor area where they don't have even clean water to drink. So with on passive, I can bring my project. I say, okay, I want this area of maybe the Ivory Coast, these people to help them to have a clean water. And then with our Oh Bless, they can have a clean water, they can have food, and then they will put smile on their faces. With our good guys, marketing guys, this all go with the marketing. So thank you, Angeline. This is what I'll stop here.
Yeah, see, even a techie guy can appreciate on passive because he doesn't have to bother with marketing, all that hassle. Doesn't have to go to school to learn marketing concepts. Same as me. I have no interest in learning about marketing. That's just not what I enjoy. You know, it's not. I want the benefits of a good marketing company. I mean, a company who uses good marketing strategies, certainly, but I personally don't want to do any of it myself. What about you, Oliver? What do you think about that?
Yes, as a tech guy, I can't do marketing. But the way OnPassive is structured or designed, you know, anybody can jump in, but it will not be the same like Maddie, Tony, and Chris them, you know, because everything is automated. Look at what the CEO has done in Dubai. He just showcased his 3 mix. He is advertising, marketing, and branding same time, you know. So as a techie guy in OnPassive, as a founder, I don't need to market anything because he is a guru in marketing and he is also an IT person, you know. Just our product alone, our products speaks for they speak for themselves. Look at O-Trim, look at O-Academy, then O-Bless, that O-Bless that was showcased today in Dubai. That has spread the volume. All the crowd that was in Dubai today taking picture, selfie, all the rest, they'll go back to their various countries. What will they say? OnPassive. I saw a company, OnPassive. They talk about O-Bless. I don't know what O-Bless is about. By the time we are done, by the time we hammer and done, they'll know what O-Bless is all about. Like my brother Vincent just said, all the other tech companies, they don't have O-Bless. They don't have O-Bless. But OnPassive, we do have O-Bless. You know, with the O-Bless, we are going to go viral. We have superior products, cost effective. Most CEOs don't want to buy all stuff for their company. Everything that you want to talk about human resource, HR, is in all staff. They will call their colleagues. They'll call their colleagues, CEOs. Hey, we have this product here. We are paying this amount with, you know, OnPassive is unlimited. The other products, we pay licenses every year. They are not limited, you know. So OnPassive products cost effective. And when they come for one product, they might end up buying maybe all everything in our ecosystem, or maybe 10 of them in our ecosystem, is not even going to build up to the amount of money that is spent for one product. It will not be up to the amount that they will spend for one product. And they will come to OnPassive, they got everything. So what the CEO is doing today, he's like compassion to the world with all our products. I don't need to market. Even there are people with 80 years old also in OnPassive as founders. They don't need to market anything. They don't need to do anything, you know. So that is the joy. That is the joy that we have in OnPassive, that you don't even need to even market anything. The value itself is there. It speaks for itself. The value speaks for itself. Dubai has been for the past 30 days, blue hammer, Burj Khalifa building. You see Burj Khalifa building all, every Friday display, even in the movie theater, for supporting. Now, supporting in any movie, they put they display bed movies. New movies that are coming in the movies theater, you see OnPassive. So we've actually choked Dubai, choked all the visitors that came there. We've choked them, and they'll go back home with OnPassive in their mind. That is a value we are bringing. You don't need to be a marketer, because I will have guru marketers that in here. When I talk to Tony, talk to Madi, talk to Chris, I know, thank you.
Thank you. And they say, there's probably nobody in Dubai that can say they don't know what OnPassive is. And they've at least seen images on these ads that we have running everywhere. So that's wonderful. I'd like to hear from Bob Takusi and see his views on this.
Yes, what else can I add to my brother Oliver? He got it. I mean, we've actually held Dubai for stranglehold for the past 4 weeks, But I want to add on what Brother Tony said. You talked about sustainability. OnPassive is going to be sustainable, right? So we're coming into the marketplace, but very, very strong, very, very solid. As our founder, our CEO is just putting the chips the way they should be to drive us in, right? To thrust us in. But the system, OnPassive as a system, let's remember, let's talk about the 3 S's of OnPassive, what we call the 3 S. Superiority. We are coming in as the most superior software company ever that's existing right now. Our products are superior, guys. The 4 of us here, Oliver, myself, Collins, Vincent, together combined, we have about almost 90 years experience in the IT industry. We use a variation of these products every day. Every day we use them. So we can affirm here that OnPassive products, what Mr. Mufara and our tech guys are bringing into the industry today, there's no rival. I'm sure we're going to find a day where we'll come here and then we'll put the products along one after another, and then we'll dissect them. We'll show the public the power of OnPassive's product, how it has been built. We are superior, hands down. Number 2, we are sophisticated. OnPassive is the most sophisticated system that has ever been built. Remember our infrastructure, we are on the underlying layer of our infrastructure is AI, artificial intelligence. Name any of these companies, which one that started from the ground, building her system with AI? None. We don't have that. And then we have that invisible component within the infrastructure, which is compassion, love. Compassion and love. It's embedded in it. We saw that today, how as he brought out, oh bless. None of these companies have that. OnPassive is one of the only companies that is customer-oriented. The products are built such that the customer gets the most value. Tony was talking about value. It is a customer-oriented company. Her products are built to deliver 110% satisfaction to the customer because of the sophistication of the system. That's how it has been built, everything intact. And then we are secured. SSS, security is there. We've spoken to our CEO online and offline, and we're even blown away with some of the security measures that they have that we don't know. So we are superior, we are sophisticated, and we are secure. We are sustainable, Brother Tony. So offer, there's not what Mr. Mufara is doing. He's a master strategist, you know. He knows exactly what he's doing, putting the chips so that once we open our doors, it doesn't matter how many, if it's 50 million customers that come in, we can handle them. Remember Walmart, maybe 2 years ago, 2019, Black Friday, when they opened the doors on Black Friday and people died as they opened the door and they crashed in. We are getting ready to open our doors and we can haul in any number of customers that come to the door. So we are superior, secure, and sophisticated. We're going to be sustainable for generations and generations to come. Thank you, Mr. Ash.
Thank you. That was awesome. I think it's a good way to describe OnPassive. Remember the 3 S's? And if anybody asks you about OnPassive, you talk about the 3 S's, which are superior products and services, sophisticated products, system, and very secure.
Secure, yes.
And all of that equates to a sustainable company that will be with us forever. What yes, I think is forever.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your contribution. All right, I'd like to hear from Collins, our 4th techie here.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. Just want to thank great, you know, everyone have just done great this evening and just loving it. You know, while I was just listening to Bob, Oliver, you know, with the products, Gladys, and I was just something just ran, you know, through my mind. And I was just looking at most of the company out there. And as Tony said, most of them are money driven. They don't care about the customers. They don't care about the people. They care about what they can get out of the people to milk them. And we know there are many companies, IT companies, who even go out and sell product that doesn't exist. We know them. They sell and then come behind and build it, you know, and they rush it because they want to make money. There are a lot of companies out there. They can hear this, they know it. It is true. It's not a secret. They market before build. But what OnPassive have done, we build before we market. You know, so everything is already there because Mr. Ash said it, said, I will not even start the marketing campaign if I know we don't have anything to put out there, because he knows, he's a guru in marketing. He knows if he go out and market, there will be millions of customers coming, dying for this product. But where are the products? It's something that he have done it before and he knows everything, you know. But what he said, he said, I will not make that mistake of going out marketing something that doesn't exist. I want it, and that is why he took the pain, sat back and built this giant of what we know as OnPassive, you know, with all the products integrated driven by artificial intelligence, all done for you. You know, I love that word when Bruce always said, it is all done for you. Very simple. When we come as techie guys, we want to explain, Bruce will say, forget about it. It is all done for you. I always look at it and said, you are right. It is done for you because it's automated. Now, this is the time, the next phase we are in, the marketing of OnPassive, the branding and the marketing, as Brother Oliver said. Because we know what we have now, Mr. Ash Mufara is confident, you know, in his position. He said, this is the time for me to roll my sleeve and show the world what I've got when it comes to marketing. With confidence, we are working now as a boss in the town. And look at where we are, the top. He never started marketing from the bottom. He started marketing from the top, where no company have ever started. Nobody can name one. Starting from that top. What will be the next level? I don't know. Only sky is our limit. Because now we are at the top. And he said, if any company will replicate that, we will replicate another top. So this is really amazing. For those who are still sleeping, like I remember Charles also said something, and I've always said this thing. I said, if you are not a founder today, I bet you will become the customer. There is no way you can escape OnPassive, because OnPassive will be the order of the day. There are products that we use, not because we like them, but we don't have any option. OnPassive will be a household name. You cannot escape it. It's either you become a founder or you become a reseller or a customer. There is no way. We are using Google today. Tell me option of Google. Do we have any search engine optimization? Somebody asked me, how do you think with all these things come up? I said, they had Internet Explorer today. Internet Explorer is buggy. Nobody can use it. First time you used to go to Internet Explorer to search for Google. Now Google is a standalone product. And we can search using Google search engine without even using Internet Explorer. That is the fact. And where is Internet Explorer today? Nobody even talk about it. They talk about Google. Passive will be the next generation of IT. They talk. Whether we like it or not, whether you are sitting out there listening to me, you like it or not, in 10 years' time, come and watch this video. You will remember that Collins said this, that you cannot escape passive, period. Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah,
Thank you.
let me also add something there.
Please do.
Can somebody just imagine that you said, where is your office? Burj Khalifa. When you just pronounce that, just that alone, when they ask you, where is your office? It's in Dubai, Burj Khalifa. Just that word alone, everybody will melt. You know, that's why, like Connie just said, that we are starting from top. From top, sky is the limit. Because where we are starting today, there's no company known. Level 134 and 151, that is the address, Burj Khalifa. When you go there, they'll take that mail, go and deliver it there. That is where we are starting. That is where we are starting. Ash Mufra treat all the employees like as if they are family. You know, our products, his main issue is to satisfy the customers. When you look at when Ash talks, turnover is what he wants, and customer satisfaction. Not like other companies. When you even call them, have you ever bought a product from Google or Microsoft? You call them, who is going to answer you? But here he has made sure that the customer service section plus our chat are going to be perfect. He has covered all the loopholes. So what are we talking about? We have superior products, like my brother Bob just said. We have the SSS, you know, products that are embedded with AI, automated 100%, integrated. Our data center is hybrid. We use everything hybrid, you know, and sustainability. We just mentioned that here. Tell me who will not come. You know, customers will flock in, come in numbers, and as we are branding ourselves, like Ash Mufara said, branding is not the success for today. It's a success for tomorrow. So we are preparing ourselves for tomorrow. Why? The advert and the marketing that are taking place, but we are also branding that tomorrow or the next year or the next 2 months. Now, as we were branding, because those customers now will be coming in. So at all time, passive is going to be at the top. No tech company they've ever done that. And I like one thing that the CEO also said, passive university. They will come and take classes. Like I said, I can keep saying that he is going to be a case study for most universities, and he's going to have the Nobel Peace Prize. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I add a little bit to that, Lynn? It's
Go ahead,
exciting.
Tony.
It's actually quite exciting. Collins and Oliver talked about starting at the top. A lot of people might think, you know, some people might think that have never been involved with passive. They might think, how egotistic? How egotistic? How can a company? Why would a company want to start at the top and not start at the bottom? And here's one of the answers to that. We are in a much better position to be the correction to the corruption if we start at the top instead of the bottom. Because if we start at the bottom, we are vulnerable. But if we start at the top, we're less vulnerable to become the correction to the corruption. So I thought I'd throw that in there. It was a very good point that you guys brought up, and all of a sudden it came to mind. And if I didn't say it, I'd probably forget it. So back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
Awesome, Tony. All right, we're
Yes.
going to wrap up now.
Okay.
No, what I'm going to do is give everybody a chance to speak. So we'll
Okay,
start
that's
with
fine.
you, Bob. Go for it, Bob.
Oh, no. Okay. I'll just wrap up by saying Oliver also made me open my mind, you know. As Ash Mufara is branding, or as we are branding passive, right? We are also branding, he's also branding us, the founders, you know. And I experienced that firsthand last weekend. I was at the Caribbean last weekend. you know. Oliver just opened my mind when he talked about our offices. I ran into this beautiful couple and we struck a conversation and they asked me what I was doing. You know, I told them my company is on passive and we are about to launch our products. And they said, where is your office? I said, our office is in Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The guy is a Moroccan and the wife is from Australia. So he knows exactly what I was talking about. I said, we own floor 151 and floor 134 in Burj Khalifa in Dubai. You know, the guy was stunned and they actually Googled it, pulled it up, and, you know, we had a conversation. So that is the power, the brand that Ash Mufara has branded even us, the founders. That's the air that I work with right now. As I go out of this, as I walk out, I feel like I'm an owner of part of the founders of OnPassive, and that building up there, floor 151 and 134, I'm part of the owners of it. I'll rest my case.
There's a lot for us to be proud of as
Yes.
founders of this company.
Yes.
A lot, you know. And as we wrap it up today, I'd like to end with a question to each and every one of you. What are you most excited about as a founder in OnPassive? It could be your excitement for what we have today or what is coming up in the future. It can be from your perspective as a marketer. We have some marketers here, as a perspective, from the perspective of an IT person or as a lay person, whatever it is. Well, let's say one thing that you think you're most excited about. And we'll begin with Vincent Ete.
Thank you, Auntie Lynn. I think I will say the most exciting of OnPassive for me is Obless, because I dreamed for a long time ago to build a hospital for Africa, where I coming from, because I've been living in UK over 20 years. So I always dream to build a standard hospital for them so that my people can profit from that hospital, because some people can die because of maybe paracetamol or anything little. Maybe in developing world, you go to maybe a shopping center, you can buy there, but in some area in where I coming from, people can die for that. So I always dream, and then I'm saving a lot so that tomorrow, before I leave this country back to Africa, they can have a very good standard hospital where I can help my own people. So when Collins told me about OnPassive, and then I jump straight away. I said, oh, that's be good for me, because it could be help me to build one of my objectives or my aims is to build a hospital for my people. So this is not something to miss it. Let me jump in. So I jump in, then I saw the Obless. I say, Obless, this is my life. This is what I'm looking for. So my dream has come true, because seeing already the Obless, all the Obless is doing in the world at the moment. Even we haven't learned about what Obless have done, and watching the video on March 30th, my dream has come true. So I'll leave it there. Thank you, Auntie Lynn.
That is exciting, Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
Obless is going to be our trademark product, I believe. Next, we have Collins, who's going to talk about what he's excited about.
Yes, thank you, Lynn. Just thanks everyone, and yeah, and all the founders and those who are watching. You know, the most exciting thing for me is to be a founder. You know, let me just look at, because we can talk about the products, we can talk about everything, but if you are not a founder of this prestigious company, it's really difficult to really tell. Because just imagine, the reason why I said to be a founder, it means every product developed by OnPassive, my signature is there. Do you know what it means? You know, when I'm maybe 70 years old and maybe my great-grandchildren sit around me and they said, oh, grandpa is a founder of OnPassive. And you know that product, they developed it, they saw it when it was in inception. Just look at the bridges. You know, when you walk along the bridge, some of the bridge in the Western world, and you see some of the names, and you say this bridge was built by this man, by this, by that. You know, their children walk on that bridge with pride. And when I look at OnPassive, OnPassive is a pride for founders. You must handle this. It's a gold. You know, let's forget about money. Just look at oatmeal. When the world will be crazy for oatmeal, and you sat somewhere and said, you know what? You see the oatmeal you are using, I was the first to even say it before it came out. That is your pride. Your signature is there. Every product, your signature is there. To be a founder of almost hundreds and hundreds of companies, that because you will be developing, and your signature is there because you will see it first before it goes to the world. When the world is going crazy, you will look at the world going crazy and you are smiling. You say, wow, we have just made them go wacko, and we are just smiling because of unpassive. That is the pride. So thank you, Lynn.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that too. I mean, we are part of history. My goodness, this is crazy. We'll find out in the future, because right now we may not know what we have in hand, but we soon will. We soon will. All right, next we have Gladys, who'd like to share her thoughts.
My thoughts today could be being happy that I am associated with a CEO who has humanity at heart, a CEO who cares about people and not money. I am excited today because of Oh Bless. I know that what I've always desired to do, to help, to do charity, to do something good to humanity, that through OnPassive, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to participate in helping the world have clean water. As Mr. Ash says, I believe the same. I may not save everybody, but at least I'll be able to do something good to humanity, whether it's through healthcare, whether it's through putting food on people's table, whether it's through getting clean water, whether it's through improving agriculture, which is a big thing, especially in Africa. Agriculture is the backbone of our economy. And I believe that through Oh Bless, through OnPassive Angels, through many channels of OnPassive, we'll be able to do something in Africa that will remain in history and around the world. As a founder, I'm a founder of the world, and I believe as many, and we are ready to go where we are sent to or where we are called to. Thank you so much. Back to you, Lynn.
Thank you, Gladys. I love your heart for humanity. You're special. Next, we have Oliver Fonte.
Yeah, hi everybody again. For me, it's all of the above. I would say all of the above. Past, present, and future. Everything. OnPassive is, name it. Where am I going to start? When they started the software development life cycle, where they will do the integration. Where do I want to start? The marketing, the alpha testing, and the beta testing. Now we're in the marketing phase. Then the future, Ash just told us today that that the marketing, that what just took place in Dubai is just testing. For me, all of the above. I'm so excited. I'm proud also to be a founder. Thank you.
Love it. I love it, Oliver. All right, we have next Bob Takusi.
Yes, Brother Oliver and Brother Collins, I agree with you guys, all of the above, to be a founder, you know. I'm mostly excited to gain my freedom. To gain my freedom so I can have the time to do what I am called for on this earth to be. I know in the depth of my heart, I've always known that I am a goodwill ambassador. That's who I am. And now, OnPassive is going to give me that leverage to go out to the world and do good. And in so doing, I know from the bottom of my heart that that is the only thing that if Ash Mufare were to ask us to do something for him in return, it will be to go out and pay it forward. So that is exactly what I'm going to work with my brother here, Mr. Chris Johnson. I'm going to work with you. I'm going to stay right next to you to make sure we go out to this world and fix it as much as we can. Give out help, give love to the world. That is what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm most excited for, because I'll have the time. Thank you.
Yes, and as we know, OnPassive offers us two types of freedom, right? We're going to have financial freedom, but also time freedom. There are companies maybe you can work really hard and earn your right to have that financial freedom, but do you have time freedom? And in most cases, I would say no, because you're so busy making money. But with OnPassive, AI is going to do the work for us. So we will have what I call true freedom. What a blessing that is. And finally, we'd like to hear from Chris Johnson. What are you most excited about, Chris?
Well, thank you for making me last, because these guys and the beautiful ladies on here said some pretty amazing things. I'm all in with Bob, Tony, Oliver, Vincent, Collins, Lynn, and Gladys, and everyone else is on here throughout the Impassive family. Listen, I'm going to tell you what I'm really excited about. Oh, bless. Everyone knows, and I think a lot of people have the same excitement about Oh, bless. But the thing is, for me, is knowing that I can actually sleep and earn a residual income and help people out while I'm sleeping. So when I get to wake up in the morning with a big smile on my face, because I've had the retired life for the last couple of years, and it's pretty nice not waking up to an alarm clock. But think about this. When you wake up in the morning, knowing that you were successful sleeping, you were successful helping, and now you're awake, and you get to do it all over again every single day. So you're going to all enjoy your lives to the fullest. That's my wish. But my biggest wish is to make other people, to show other people that it's not about 60 hours a week. It's not about 40 hours a week. Every one of us on this panel have worked, probably our brains off. All right. It's not a good life. Muzaffar broke the cycle. He broke this horrible cycle of thinking that we have to go to work because we got bills and this is what we got to do. Muzaffar gave us all a gift. I say gave us a gift because I think you're pretty silly not to pay $97 for a gift like that. That's a gift. All right. This gift he gave us, to me, is worth $1 billion and some, and growing and growing. But to be able to sleep and wake up every morning with a smile on my face, no stress. Work kills us, man. Work destroyed me. All right. I know I'm real sexy and everything, but it destroyed me inside and out. Work eventually will kill you. What does that real smart guy say? If you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you're going to work till you die. That was me. That was me. I don't want it to be anybody, because I'm not kidding you. It's a horrible life. Knowing that you got to be 14, 15, 16 hours away from everything you love, because everything you love costs money. Think about that for a second. Everything you love costs money. So we went to work. We were sold on that plan. It doesn't have to be that way. And Muzaffar completely turned it around, broke this vicious cycle. Let's go out and change some lives. That's what's special for me. Lynn, back to you. Thank you.
That's wonderful, Chris. And I think all of us are blessed, and we're going to bless others. We're continuing to share this opportunity with those who are visionaries, for those who trust in Muzaffar and what he is going to do through Unpassive for the globe, to make this place a better place to live in, to uplift humanity. So I believe we are here in the right place at the right time. We do hope others see it as well. But in the meantime, keep on plugging on, keep on sharing. And also, we want to let you know that tonight, the tech team, the 4 gentlemen here, or 3 of them, are going to be presenting Oh Bless, the product. And we're going to do this at the Papua New Guinea webinar, which is at midnight Eastern time. So we welcome you all to come and hear about Oh Bless. As you know, today's event, the show on the Burj Khalifa highlighted Oh Bless. And Oh Bless is such a powerful product. But we, the tech guys here, are going to explain Oh Bless, the product, the technical side, maybe that you hadn't thought about. So I think we should all learn about the technical side of Oh Bless. Okay, so come and join us tonight. Remember that this webinar is held every Saturday. We may be adjusting the time to morning instead of evening, but we will keep you posted if there is a time change. Thank you to Marty DeGarmo, who opens up this webinar for us every Saturday, gives up his time. He had to leave a little bit early today, but he is with us in spirit. So we thank him very, very much for all the support he has given this particular webinar. We appreciate you very, very much. So thank you on behalf of the tech professionals here and myself. Thank you for coming every week. This is recorded, so you can catch the replay on YouTube. It's a live stream replay that will be there permanently. And this recording will be seen eventually by thousands, if not tens of thousands, and even more over time. So we do plan to keep doing this webinar. We feel it provides a value to you, and we hope that you will keep coming back to learn a little bit more about information technology and the products. And we're trying to keep it simple, as you see our motto above there, keeping it simple. So on behalf of the tech professionals here and myself, thank you very much, attendees, for being present and supporting us. We'll see you next Saturday. Thank you. Everybody can say bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Bye,
Thank you, Tony.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Chris.
Chris.
Gladys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys.
Good night.
Bye,
See you
Bob. Bye,
tonight.
Collins. Bye.